What happens when one of Hollywood's most direct, no-nonsense actors walks onto a talk show expecting a standard interview only to find the host unraveling under pressure? Mark Wahlberg thought he was walking into a typical daytime promo. But what unfolded between him and Kelly Clarkson became one of the most shocking, unscripted breakdowns in talk show history. The Kelly Clarkson Show had always been known as a safe, friendly place, light, upbeat, easygoing. But that afternoon, the mood was different. Kelly was off. Behind the scenes, her personal life was imploding. A painful divorce, mounting pressure from network execs over slipping ratings, and whispers of cancellation haunted every episode. She was stressed, exhausted, angry, and Mark Wahlberg just happened to be the one in front of her when everything cracked. Mark arrived prepared, like always, talking points in mind, a new action thriller to promote. He'd done this dance for decades, a clean, focused, professional. But red flags showed up before the cameras even rolled. Staffers asked about ventures Mark had long since exited. Someone brought up a Will Ferrell collaboration from over a decade ago. No one seemed to have done even the most basic research. Backstage, Kelly was visibly distracted. She barely looked at Mark, kept checking her phone, snapped at her assistant. It didn't take long for Mark to realize something was off. But he still expected the interview to go as planned. It didn't. As the cameras rolled, Kelly turned on the charm. That signature bright smile, that sing-song intro. "We're back with Mark Wahlberg, everybody." She beamed. Then, without missing a beat, she asked, "So Mark, what's it like being married to someone so much younger than you?" The question stunned him. His wife is 8 years younger, not exactly controversial in Hollywood. But it was the tone, the implication, that made Mark's jaw tighten. "Well, Kelly, my wife and I have been together over 20 years. We've figured it out," he said calmly. "But I'm here to talk about the film." Kelly laughed. That fake, forced laugh TV hosts use when they're about to stir the pot. She leaned forward, eyes sharp. "Come on, Mark. Don't be so serious. I mean, does she ever make you feel old?" Laughter rippled through the audience here, but it was nervous. Mark didn't smile. His voice dropped into a low, cold tone. "With all due respect, Kelly, I came here to promote a movie, not to have my marriage dissected on national television." Instead of shifting gears, Kelly pushed harder. "Maybe you just don't like it when a woman doesn't smile and nod at everything you say." Mark sat up straighter. "You booked me to talk about a movie. You ask questions about that. You don't ambush guests with personal jabs. That's not how this works." That word ambush or hung heavy in the air. Kelly's tone turned sharp. "Maybe the problem isn't the questions. Maybe the problem is you can't handle strong women calling you out." The mood in the studio changed. The audience fell silent. Even the crew stopped moving. Mark's face darkened. "Are you really going to stand there and accuse me of having a problem with women? I've worked with some of the strongest, most talented women in this business. What I don't tolerate is unprofessional behavior." Kelly slammed her cue cards on the desk. "Don't give me a lecture, Mark. We both know your reputation. Demanding, controlling, walking off sets. Now you're on my show trying to tell me how to do my job." Mark's response was ice cold. "My reputation is showing up on time, knowing my lines, respecting the people I work with. But what I've seen here today isn't respect, it's a meltdown in real time." Kelly's mask cracked. Her voice rose, high and brittle. "You don't know what I'm dealing with, Mark. You don't know what it's like to hold this together every day while people like you come in and expect the world to revolve around them." Mark stood. His chair rolled backward. "Lady, I've been in this industry over 30 years. Built businesses, produced Oscar-nominated films, and I came here today as a favor. But I don't need this. I don't need your show. And I sure as hell don't need to be insulted by someone who's clearly in the middle of a breakdown." Kelly shot up from her chair. "Then leave. Go ahead. Walk off just like they say you always do." Mark removed his microphone, handed it to a nearby tech, and looked her dead in the eyes. "I'm not walking because of your show. I'm walking because I respect myself too much to sit through whatever this was." Kelly screamed, Voice cracking. I am Kelly Clarkson, Grammy winner, talk show host, American Idol. You are nothing compared to what I've done. Mark's voice cut like a knife. Success doesn't give you the right to treat people like garbage. And right now, everyone here sees who you really are. He turned to leave. You'll regret this, Kelly shouted behind him. I'll tell the world what kind of man you really are. Mark stopped, turned one last time. The only character exposed here today, a broken bar, was yours. And then he walked off set, leaving behind a host trembling with rage and humiliation. The studio was silent, the audience frozen, the cameras still rolling. But the damage was done. There would be no recovery from what just aired, and not for Kelly, not for the show. And in that silence, the truth echoed louder than anything they'd said aloud. This was the day the Kelly Clarkson Show died on air, in front of everyone.